Hello, welcome to Class 12 Business Studies, Chapter 11 Marketing Explanation, Part 1. Okay, now let us start with Chapter 11 Marketing. Now, please make use of the book while listening to these explanations. Okay, so now let's start. Where do companies do their business? In the markets or in the society? Now, let's see what do they say. So it is an undisputed fact that a company's survival does not depend upon its consumers alone. That means marketing means they think not only the relation between the consumers and the producers but a diverse set of stakeholders. They are not only concerned about the consumers, so they think in a broader way, like stakeholders, like the governments, because they have to think about the governments, the religious leaders, the social activities, NGOs, medias, etc. Hence, earning the satisfactions of these segments is also as imperative as they add to the power of the brand by word of mouth. So they have to be a very broad minded, they have to think, like overall they have to think in a very broad manner. So they are not only concerned with the consumers but they have to think in a broader sense, including all the stakeholders. Okay, the social concerns add to the strength of the brand because uh, it corporates that the embraced the deepest social values have been successful in building a very powerful brand and eventually robust like customers relationships. The area of corporate social justice fall under two broad categories. The issue such as the nutrition of children, obviously they need to think about it, the nutrition of the children, child care, and then old age homes, ameliorations of hunger, offering aids to those affected by natural calamities, etc. So they need to be socials also sometimes. So needing instant attention with humanitarian perspective, which comes under the first category. So the issue that contribute to making the society a pleasant place to live in the long run. If they want to uh, make their life in the business, if they want to do the business, then they have to be good to the societies as well. They should not be selfish and think only about themselves. They need to think about the other people also. They should also help other people in a social manner. So if they want to go for a long run business, then they have to live with the society helping them, which may be grouped under the second category. The issues which comes under this category are like health awareness and aid, education, environmental protections, women's employment and empowerment, which preventing like which helps in like preventing unjust discriminations on the basis of like caste, community, religions, race and sex. So eradications of poverty through employment, and then preservations of cultures, values and ethics, contribution to research, etc. Though this doesn't need a proper explanation, but still I'll just read it out. You just listen to it very carefully, okay? So now let us consider a typical day in our life. Like right from the time we get up in the morning to the time we go to bed. We use number of products to satisfy our different needs. Beginning with the breakfast, we take such items as bread, butter, milk, and rice to satisfy our hunger. use the services of a bus or an auto or a cycle or a car to reach to our school or a place of work. Read books, magazines, and newspapers to keep ourselves informed and acquire knowledges. We use computers, cell phones, televisions, and other gadgets for communications, entertainment, and purchase many other products like gifts, shoes, clothing, furnitures, etc. from from market to satisfy our different needs. So, who makes this product and why? These products are actually manufactured and marketed by different types of firms. For example, Lifebuoy soap, Close Up, toothpaste, Surf detergent powder are manufactured by the Hindustan Lever. Dairy Milk chocolate by Nestle, Atlas cycles by Atlas Cycle Company, Quality ice creams by Quality Walls, LG televisions by LG Electronics, and so on. These firms are called marketers. So I hope you all are clear about it. These firms are called marketers. So these firms undertake various activities to stimulate the demand for their products, and through this they earn profit by satisfying the customers' needs and wants. So people they purchase such products because this satisfies some of their needs and wants. So the number of activities are performed by the mostly by the marketers to facilitate the exchange of goods and services between the producers and the users of such products. So these activities are referred to as marketing activities. So you should be able to distinguish between the marketers and the marketing. So there's also a difference between a market and a marketing also. For a proper understanding of marketing, there are a number of questions needs to be answered. This includes: what do we mean by a market? What can be marketed? Is it products or services or something more? Who is a marketer? What is marketing management? These points have been taken up for a discussion in the following sections. So, in the next, we will be discussing on what is a market, what is marketing, and what can be marketed, and marketing management, and the marketing and selling also, and so on. Next is, what is a market? So, like we all know that in the traditional sense, the term market actually it refers to the place where where a buyers and seller they come together or come together to enter into a transactions which involves the exchange of goods and services. Okay, that is in the traditional sense. So it is in this sense that this term is being used in our day-to-day languages, and even today we use this word. Like market means a place where buyers and sellers they come together to exchange their goods and services. So in other ways in which this term is being used is in the context of a product market. Likewise, you all must have heard about it, like cotton market, gold market, or a share market, and then like a geographical market like national and international market, and types of buyers like consumers market and industrial market. So all this quality of goods are transacted and like which are sold to the retail, which are also known as the retail market and a wholesale market. And now let me, that was in the traditional sense. Now let us come to the modern marketing sense. So in this term, the market has a broader meaning, which has a very huge meaning, and it refers to the set of actual and the potential buyers. Actual and the potential buyers are those who purchase on their needs and wants on their daily basis, so which they require all the time. Potential, they, when they require all these things which are needed in their day-to-day life also, we can say. And so it refers to a set of actual and the potential buyers of a product or a services. Like for example, if a fashion designer designs a new dress and offers it for a exchange, so all the people who are willing to buy and offer some value for it. So this is mainly done by the wealthy people. The person, those who have money, obviously they'll purchase a dress which is designed by a famous fashion designer. So all the people who are willing to buy and offer some value for it can be stated to be the market for that dress. Means that is the market for that dress. And similarly, instead of a dress, let's talk about the fans or a bicycle or a electric bulbs or shampoo. They refers to the actual and potential buyers of these products. So all these things which can be purchased by everyone. So next is, what is marketing? Here also it's written in a very simple English. Still, just go through the book at the same time. Okay, the term marketing has been described by different people in different ways, and many of them has a different perception in explaining what is marketing. Okay, so some people believe that marketing is same as like shopping. Whenever they go out for shopping of certain products or services, so they describe it as a marketing. And there are some other people who confuse marketing with selling, and they feel that marketing activities starts after a product or services has been produced. And some people described it to mean like merchandising or designing a product. So all these descriptions may be partly correct, and marketing but marketing is a much broader concept. It defines in a very big manner, which is discussed as follows. Now listen to it. Traditionally, like marketing has been described in terms of its functions or activities. So in this respect, like marketing, actually they have been referred to as a performances of business activities which are directly uh, uh, or you can say that directs the flow of goods and services from the producer to the consumers, obviously. So as we know, most of the manufacturing firms or companies, they do not produce goods for their own consumptions. Obviously the goods, they are not produced for their own consumptions but for the consumptions of the others. So if you want to like manufacture a product, that shouldn't be for yourself. That is a kind of selfishness. So whatever you want to produce, you need to do it for others. So you need to do it for the consumptions or used by others. Therefore, to move the goods and services from the producers to consumers, so if you want to deliver, like if you want to deliver the goods from one place to another, if you want to take the goods from one place to another, like I told you, And there are a number of activities such as product designing or merchandising in it. So people, they design the product, they make the packaging very attractive so that the customers, they get attracted and purchase those products. Warehousing is there, or where they can store the goods for a longer period of time. And transportation, it plays a very important role in delivering of goods from one place to another. Branding is very necessary to give a brand name to a product so that it is easily distinguished by the people who are purchasing the products. And selling of goods. And advertising means to make your product more familiar and make your product known by everybody, so that they see your product in the televisions, newspapers. And advertisement helps in like making the product reach to the customers' ears and eyes. And also pricing of the product means giving value to our product, which are very necessary. So all these are required in a business. So all these activities are referred to as a marketing activities. Okay, thus merchandising, selling, and distributions are all part of a larger number of activities undertaken by a firm, so which are collectively called a marketing. So it may be noted here that marketing is not merely a post-production activity, where it includes many activities that are performed even before the goods are actually produced and continue even after the goods has been sold. Like for example, activities such as identification of customers' needs. Obviously, if you want to manufacture any product, first what you have to do is you need to do the research. You need to see what kind of product actually the customers are looking for. So you all should be able to identify the customers' needs, and then you need to collect the informations for the development of the products, and then you need to design the suitable products. And proper packaging should be given. And also brand name, so that there is a proper packaging and giving of brand names are performed before commencement of the actual productions. So all these discussions, all these plannings are done beforehand, before taking the product into the market. So similarly, many follow up activities are required. So they need, so planning is very necessary, and they do a lot of follow-up activities which are required for maintaining good customer relation. So if you maintain a good customer relation, obviously people, they tend to purchase more products from your firm. So that is why similarly many follow-ups, like I told you earlier, many follow-ups activity are required for maintaining a very good customer relationship, for procuring a repeat sale, so that the customers come and purchase your product again and again in a repeated manner. So in modern times, more emphasis are placed on describing the marketing as a social process. So it is a process where people, what they do is they exchange goods and services for money and for something of value to them. So taking the social perspective, Philip Coulter has defined marketing as a social process by which individual groups obtain what they need and want through creating offerings and freely exchanging products and services of value with others. So thus marketing is a social process where in people, they interact with each other in order to persuade them to act in a particular manner. Say like to purchase a product or a services rather than forcing them to do so. So there is a careful analysis of the definitions shows the following important features of marketing, and in next class we will be discussing on the various features or importance of marketing. Okay, thank you.